Wyverns and Weirdos Curse of Strahd is a horror-themed campaign, and as such contains dark themes, including descriptions of gore, violence, and other features intrinsic to the gothic horror genre. Hello, and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos does Curse of Strahd. I'm your Dungeon Master, Darby, and joining me as always is Zoe, playing Sevia, Emily, playing Beatrice, Laura, playing Conrad, Johanna, playing Fall, and Mitch, whose current character is deceased. So, without any further ado, let's get into things. And we're back. So, where we last left off, the party had attempted a resurrection ritual to bring back Kazir. However, for whatever reason, whether it was a failure of the ritual or an unwillingness on the part of the soul to return to the body, the resurrection was unsuccessful. And in going their ways after the ritual, Fall spotted an onlooker, a silvery white wolf with green eyes.
And
so, what would you like to do?
I would like to roll insight on the wolf.
Okay. Yeah, roll insight
What's
for
it
me.
doing there? Ooh, that's a 10.
A 10. It is staring. It is watching from a distance.
Does it look hungry?
A 10 is nowhere near enough to know that.
Full just sees it as like, great, I don't need a threat or anything right now. Alright, I'm just going to make myself look tall and back away. They raise their arms in the air and they just kind of back away, back to the others.
Okay. So.
Is there any reaction from the wolf?
No, just watching with a cocked head.
Okay. Me, Johanna is suspicious of the wolf, but Fall is just like, come on. I guess I make my way back to the others. I don't imagine I went very far.
No.
Okay. What do I see the others doing?
Yeah, what is everyone else doing?
Well, I mean, Conrad and Beatrice probably aren't there right now, so it would just be Sevia.
Yes.
And important guy.
Rudolph.
Yes.
Rudolph, yeah. Sevia, she is no longer weeping hysterically into Kazir's chest. But she is, did you leave his notebook on his chest, or were you holding it, Conrad?
I think he did leave it because I think he sort of. I think when Kazir might have made it clear he didn't want to come back, Conrad threw it on the ground. So
Okay.
it would be near somewhere there, I suppose.
Okay. Sevia is going to get the notebook and be reading it.
Okay.
Because he said in his animated death form that the book had all the rituals required for a Daemir burial. So, and she knows what a funeral is like, so she's looking through it to find any of that information.
Oh, that was his like his little Bible book thing, I think, not his diary, I believe.
Oh,
so,
okay,
yeah,
then
so that's
she-
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Then
definitely
she
have
would-
that.
Yeah, so she would have gone through his pack.
Yeah.
She will eventually read his little notebook, but
Alright.
I guess Fool will go up to Rudolph.
Yeah.
Like, hi, hello. I saw a big white wolf very close. Do you know if they're the dangerous sort?
I would assume that anything in Barovia is a dangerous sort until otherwise, unless proven otherwise.
Wonderful. Well, I guess this is quite a bad time for it, but should we get arms ready? It was just looking, but there could be more of them, so...
Yes, You, Sevia. You and Fall go to find Conrad and Beatrice, and I will go and get these, get some fortified arms for them.
why now?
Because there is something of possible concern on the horizon.
It's wolves.
Wolves,
Yes, there
of course.
could be much worse, but they could be of threat, so, gotta get ready.
I guess.
So I would advise that the four of you stick together as much as possible.
Yeah. Okay, you're not going to move him, are you?
No, I will move him closer to the, Then he remembers that, like, the cart is probably, like, even with the cart, it's probably going to be a bit difficult for him and his physicality. No, I will not move him.
Conrad is the only one.
Sorry, Conrad. Okay, okay. We will be back here. And she's going to put Kazia's holy book next to him, and like pat his shoulder before she gets up and goes over to Fall to like go find Beatrice and Conrad.
Okay.
Let's go.
Great, one crisis after another. Yes.
All right. So Conrad and Beatrice, what were you two up to? I believe you were.
We were collecting wood to make
Yes.
a pyre.
Yeah. And I guess Conrad kind of like wanted Beatrice to come along with him. He's very like huffily, like just storming around, just like grabbing stuff. Very like he's very grumpy right now. He's like, well. This is the least we can do, I suppose. This will do. You're good at building fires, I presume.
Yes, I know how to build fire.
Good. Well, that will do then, won't it? That'll be good. Excellent. Great. Good. Well, how are you doing after all that?
I'm fine.
Of course.
It's sad, yes, but we knew him, 3 days?
You're right, precisely. It's just, it's unsettling, I suppose. I'm just not used to getting my way, so that's, frustrating for me personally. So that's all. So,
Well, apparently in Barovia you need to get used to disappointment.
Yes, precisely. Okay, something else then. Not surprised that with the other factors and everything, he didn't want to come back because, well, were you there when that man was talking about the eye thing? If he had been brought back, it was a scroll of reanimate dead that he was talking about. So even if we were to die, we would just be corpses, reanimated. That's... Sorry, that's still... I'm just thinking about these things. Sticks! Yes, this is great. Oh my god, my back is killing me. This is... Yes, sticks, good. And he's kind of just like bundling them up under his arm. Enough to fire. Yes. How are you going? You're a lot smaller than me, so I suppose you can't carry as much. You
some big
can
sticks.
carry a wheelbarrow 2.5 hours, but then some idiot do not want to come back. But yes, how are you going?
I have a few big sticks. A little. It's all good.
Good.
Nice and dry.
Yes, that'll be good. It'll be good for the fire. We can move on from things. Yes. Excellent.
We
Good.
might need to do a couple of tweaks to get enough, though.
Yes, that's right. So we should go and start making the pyre, I suppose. Yes. Okay, good. Let's go back.
All right.
And as you reach as you start heading out of the woods, you run into Seaver and Fall.
Oh, we were looking for you.
What's going on?
Fall saw a
Yes,
wolf.
there was a wolf, so there might be a wolf pack. So we've got to get ready for combat and all in case that happens.
Just a wolf. They're pretty easy to kill. That's a sport, really.
I mean, yes, but if we get overwhelmed...
What did it look like? Did it look sick or young or...
It was big, and it was staring intently. So it could be like a scout or something?
a scout wolf?
Conrad looks at Beatrice and just raises his eyebrows. Raises one of his eyebrows, like, okay, a suspicious-looking wolf, right? He makes no effort to hide his expression. Sorry.
Beatrice also shares a sort of slightly skeptical, like,
Look, after everything, I don't want to get killed by a wolf. I think we've shown that we're quite terrible at looking after ourselves, so... But you two are pretty good at it, so you're going to be able to help with the wolf situation, right?
Of course.
Yes.
Do you need help carrying the sticks?
No, I'm fine. Let's just go back. Guy does look. He's obviously uncomfortable and sore, but he's like, no. like he, I don't know. He goes to like physically shove past Sepia, but he just kind of like ducks around to walk back to the clearing.
Okay, let's go.
Beatrice all sort of follows off after Conrad and just like pats Sevia on the shoulder.
Thank
and
you.
Continues on.
All right. When you get back to the tower site, Van Richten hasn't returned from within the tower.
Beatrice dumps her load of wood on the ground. And it's like, Vary's, what's his face?
He said he was getting weapons, didn't he?
Yes.
Must be inside the tower. Stevie is going to go back to Kazir and keep reading the book.
Well, okay.
I'm sure he's not that far away from you guys, but she's just, yeah.
Beatrice, do you see any signs of wolves? You would have hunted wolves before, I presume.
I've had some dealing with fools. Yes.
Where did you see the wolf fall?
It was a little way away to the right, sort of in the tree line. So it's quite close.
Beatrice is going to peer into the area that Fall pointed.
Yeah. Conrad will
Yeah,
also
it's still there.
Okay.
Conrad will also follow with his rapier drawn,
Investigate a little bit.
peering from behind
Okay.
Beatrice.
Okay. Yeah, the wolf is still there, hanging around from a distance.
Well, there is a wolf.
It's standing there.
Oh, this is a little grotesque, but do you think it's after the body?
Conrad looks down at like his arms, which are like caked in like dried blood from Kazir still, and he looks at the wolf. He's like, "Huh, it could be."
Wolves usually like fresh kill.
Understandable. Well, I suppose the best thing we can do is to do the funerary rites before the wolf decides to come and have a snack.
I guess so.
He kind of like looks at the wolf, like tilts his head, and then kind of just like quickly, like with like the hand holding the rope, he like flicks it out at the wolf to see if it does any reaction in the direction of it.
No reaction.
Okay.
Hmm.
What's it waiting for?
It's not much like any wolf I've ever seen.
No, surely it would be going back to fetch its pack if it were doing that. I suppose this is Barovia, though.
Probably some kind of vampire wolf or something.
Hopefully not. Let's not think about that. Well. I suppose we will just keep an eye on the wolf and hope it does not come closer.
All right,
The-
yes.
Heather sticks around when we're looking at the wolf. I pick up some more sticks, glaring at the wolf while I do so. I'll take it back to Kazir, I suppose, and dump it next to him.
Should somebody go and check on, what's his name?
Sure, I'll do that. I don't like being stared at by a wolf. All right, yes.
Okay.
For go into the tower.
Point of interest. When you go up to the tower, you do see this sign. Or it is an iron door.
The symbols.
No visible handles or hinges.
Ah, yeah, true. That's
with
the way
the large embossed symbol.
in. Okay.
With Kazan carved into the lintel above the door.
Okay. Well, I think it's really easy to figure out how to do it, but I'm guessing I'll have to roll intelligence for 4.
I mean, you
could just-
you can do what you think is appropriate.
Okay. Oh, right. Yes. Weird door with no handles. Okay. I see. It's a puzzle of some sort. Never been very good at them, but okay. There's a series of stick figures, lines joined to them. Do you have to walk? Oh, okay. I think I have to do the same pose as the stick figures. Yes. Full will do that. But probably in the
Okay.
wrong order first.
In the wrong order
Yeah.
first?
Oh no.
Okay.
I die. The door kills me.
Now, tell me, how do you mean in the wrong order?
Let me see. Well, there isn't actually an order. So I guess I'll start with the right one first. Put my arm straight, like down, kind of.
Okay.
And then I'll follow the line as it goes.
Okay. So you're just starting with the down and following the line as it goes?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. The door opens.
Yeah. Good.
and you see
Lucky
Yeah.
guess.
see into the tower. There are multiple levels, and there's the elevator in the center that is surrounded by a bunch of golems who operate the chains.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll call out. Rudolph, how's it going?
I've almost got everything sorted. I'll be down in a moment.
Do you need a hand with anything?
No, I should be fine.
Okay then. Well, just reporting that the wolf is still staring at us.
That is concerning,
Yes.
but nothing to be overly alarmed about until it comes closer. Just don't discuss plans. You never know what might be a spy of Strahd's.
So, Strahd could have a wolf under his service?
Quite possibly.
Do you mean like a druid or something?
Could be a druid, could be an actual wolf.
Right.
Could be one of the werewolves.
Werewolves? Is that common?
I wouldn't say common, but they're hardly uncommon here either.
This is a charming place you have. Okay. I guess I'll tell the others about that. But I might stick in here for a little bit as well. I don't really like being out there.
All right, suit yourself.
Okay, right. So Paul's just going to duck their head out of the door and be like, "Hi, Sir Rudolph said we need to make sure we don't talk about plans or anything because the wolf might be a spy," which is fun.
Sorry, a spy?
That's right, might be one of Strahd's minions, apparently.
Right. Okay. Conrad is going to draw his rapier and go back towards the wolf.
All right. Yeah, it's staring.
Okay. He's like a bit awkwardly, and then he like goes, squares his shoulders and walks right up to it.
As you start to get closer, it leaves.
Huh. Okay. What direction does it leave in? Anywhere? Anything notable?
Deeper into the forest.
Crow like looks behind him, and then he'll follow a little
into the
bit,
woods.
just a little bit. So we're still in like he can keep eye shot, like within eye shot of the clearing that we're at. Just to see if he can ascertain where, like, if it's going in a particular direction or like that's all. But he won't stray so far that he won't be able to get back.
Interesting. Yeah, there's no.
Goodbye.
No, there's no apparent rhyme or reason to the direction it's going in. It's just going away.
Okay. And then he'll turn around and he'll kind of like, with a bit of like stiff, uncomfortable like stiffness. I hate that word. He'll kind of like kick up sort of like the heel of one boot and kind of reach down with his right arm into the boot and pull out a dagger, and he's going to just knock each tree as he walks back to the clearance.
Okay.
The clearing.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I've scared it off, so it's no problem now.
It went very easy.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm very intimidating. He sort of puffs his little chest up.
Beatrice just gives him like a look as of just leaf.
Well, okay. Sticks. Are we getting more sticks, or what are we doing? We're having a little pause for a moment.
I think if we don't know where the thing has gone or where it came from, we should wait for a little bit.
Good. Okay. Well. I will be not far. Just yell then. And there's like a river sort of like near where we are, isn't there?
Like,
A lake like around
Yeah.
us, or?
Yeah. Lake Baratok surrounds the.
And that's not too far.
tower.
That's not too far from where we are. Like that's within
No.
eyesight. So Conrad,
It basically surrounds the tower.
cool. So Conrad's going to stomp over to there and kind of like flop down at the little like the riverside, and then he's obviously like just washing his hands in the river.
Okay. After a little while longer, Van Richten emerges from the tower, carrying a couple of sheathed weapons.
Paul will follow him out.
Yeah. Yes, followed by Fall. All right. So, Beatrice, Conrad,
yeah.
All right, comes
you
over.
are going to clearly need something to enhance your effectiveness against some of the magically affected creatures of Barovia. It probably wouldn't hurt for Fall to have something to work with as well. So, I've looked at my store of very basic enchanted items that I have. And he passes Conrad a rapier.
Okay.
And Beatrice and Fall a dagger each.
Conrad takes the blade and inspects it with some approval, I assume.
Beatrice would do the same thing. She'd turn the dagger over and just ascertain its.
Paul takes the dagger very gingerly and like kind of looks at it like they've never held a dagger before.
Yeah. And he turns to you, Sevia, and says, and seeing as you don't really use weapons, I thought this might come in handy. And he hands you a rolled up piece of parchment.
Oh, thank you. She opens it.
It's clearly a spell scroll of some kind. It might take a little bit to determine what spell it contains. But definitely a spell scroll.
Okay, cool.
In the case of Beatrice, Conrad, and Fall, can I get each of you to roll me a d20?
It was a 6 for me.
6?
Rip.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Um,
A 12.
a 12. Okay, so Conrad, the rapier that you have gotten is a guardian rapier.
Okay.
Which
I'll look for that in my...
it is not something in, so it is from the minor properties of magic items in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Okay.
So it is a minor enchantment that grants a +2 bonus to initiative if you aren't incapacitated.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Number 12, Fall. The dagger that you have is a songcraft dagger. Whenever the item is struck or is used to strike a foe, its bearer hears a fragment of an ancient song.
Creepy.
Beatrice,
Very creepy.
can I get you to roll 2 more d20s?
A 14 and a 4.
Okay. So, you have a Temperate Delver dagger. So, from the Temperate feature, The bearer suffers no harm in temperatures as cold as minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit or as warm as 120 degrees Fahrenheit. So extreme conditions, or extreme temperatures. And while underground, the bearer of this item always knows the item's depth below the surface and the direction to its nearest staircase, ramp, or other path leading upward.
Ooh.
Wow. That's very useful. Okay, nice blade, I suppose. Looks like it's been tempered quite decently. Thank you. I appreciate this. Is
Of
there anything you
course.
require in exchange?
Just the knowledge that you are enemies of Strahd is enough. He hasn't got quite enough of those capable of standing up to him. So having any more is definitely a help.
Conrad, when you say enemies of Strahd, Conrad will almost subconsciously kind of touch the the point on his neck where he's got like a necktie kind of tied around, and then he just kind of like looks away and glares. Yes, well, I'm so certain we can do that.
All right.
Sorry,
Uh,
speaks up. I'm sorry, I don't quite understand what our, relationship here, our place is here. Are you part of some sort of resistance? Are you a soldier?
I am neither of those things. I am a monster hunter, monster slayer. I investigate monsters and I slay them.
Okay. So why exactly are you recruiting us?
I wouldn't call it recruiting, just it's more so empowering you so that you're not liabilities, and you can actually stand up as threats against Strahd.
Okay, so I guess, do you think we are a resistance against Strahd, or do you mean that Strahd is extremely against us, so we're in danger? Just trying to figure out what's going on here.
I have picked up that you don't belong here,
Yes.
and if you are to have any chance of getting home, then you are going to want to resist Strahd. You are going to want to have him defeated.
Beatrice is going to lean over to Conrad and whisper, I think Full might be overthinking things.
I agree, yes.
Thank you for the weapons.
Yes, the weapons are excellent. We'll put them to good use.
Thank you.
Is
All right.
no concern.
Well, we need to organize a pyre. I assume, Sevia, you are looking at the rites we need to perform.
Yes. Now, Darby, I preemptively rolled. I have a natural 18. Is finding the burial stuff investigation or perception?
it would be investigation.
Oh, thank you for saying that, because that's a +8. I have a
Excellent.
20. I have a 26.
Okay, yeah, so you find, it takes a little bit of skimming, but you, for you, you're used to books. A little bit of skimming is nothing
Yeah,
to
makes
you.
sense.
It's not skimming; it's selective reading.
Yeah, and so you're able to very quickly find keywords that jump out at you as okay, this is the rights, and allows you to know that there aren't overly elaborate rites to within the Church of Daemir. Simply a couple of basic prayers, basic basic mourning and then the, for want of a better word, disposal of the body. Whether that be through cremation or burial or whatever other means.
Chucking it in the recycling. Yes, no, I've been reading. Tame is quite a simplistic ceremony, but there still need to be some prayers and then some basic acts of mourning before we.
Excellent. Well,
is anyone here closer to the gods than I am? I'm happy to say the prayers, but I'm not sure they'll believe me. If they can even hear us here.
I can give him prayers of Kiteth. I'm
yes.
used to that, but
they're all in the book. I don't know if God's listened to me. Sorry, I'm being quite maudlin.
I think you were the closest to him, so that should probably matter. To his spirit.
Right. She kind of shoves her glasses off her head and kind of rubs at one of her eyes and then pulls them back down like, okay. And then I'll give you a basic rundown of what we need to do and then we can set up. And then I assume she's going to run them through like the basics of like the prayers, the period of mourning, and then we set them on fire. Are we okay? So, are we just setting fire to a pile of sticks, or are we in some way constructing a Viking burial on the lake?
That is up to you.
Not me specifically.
As a group.
Just me. Let's go.
Is there a particular setup for the burning, or is there? Have you ever made a raft before, Beatrice?
I've made the rudimentary raft before.
Possible. That could be interesting.
Probably better to have it on the raft and push it into the lake and not leave any sign of us behind.
That is true. A good point. All right. Well, I don't know how to make a raft, so I suppose you will have to lead that.
Sure thing. Alright, so I suppose with Conrad's help, Beatrice will build a raft to put his body on.
Yeah. So Conrad's
Okay.
assisting.
Yeah. So we'll call this just a survival check, I guess,
Survival?
with advantage for the assistance. Yep.
Okay.
That's a good stat.
That one. Because he is sinking way too fast.
Goodbye.
He's getting a water barrel instead.
A nat 1 with advantage would be genuinely impressive.
Yeah, true.
That is like a 1 in 400.
It'd be like putting a bag of holding in a bag of holding. It just ends the universe.
Yeah.
So,
24.
nice.
24. Yeah, so you are definitely able to make a sufficient raft for a funeral pyre.
Oh, while that's happening, Sevia is going to look at Fall and say, feel free to say no, but there are some. We should check him for any personal belongings before we.
Sure.
This. I hate sounding so maudlin, but this is one of the few things in this stupid place I've done before, so, just. We need to check him for things like identification, jewelry, anything like that, anything that won't burn.
Yes.
You might want to make sure if he's got any supplies on him that you take them.
Yes.
You never know you never know when you'll actually be able to get new supplies in a place like Barovia.
Yep. Yes. Anyway, fall
Practical? Yeah, okay.
with me. And we're going to, as is customary in D&D, loot the body. But with pain in our hearts, not
Guiltily.
not
Sir.
In a
guiltily
loving
rape.
way.
Yeah.
Caringly loot the body.
Caringly looting the body.
So, I'm going to say Sevia, because you have the highest stat for this, with advantage from Fall's help.
Yes.
Roll me an investigation check.
Oh my god, okay. That's another. Oh, my Sevia dice are rolling good tonight. Investigate. That's another 26.
Yeah, so you would know. I'm just looking at the D&D Beyond sheet for Kazir here. You for 26, you would find everything he has on him. So he has an arms box.
Arms box.
Alms, ALM.
Oh, right.
Alms. Okay.
Yeah.
This is where we run into Zoe. Can't spell phonetically. Right. So he has an arms box.
They're very phonetically similar.
Zoe
Like,
also doesn't know religious things.
There's a whole joke in Spamalot about alms for the poor versus arms for the poor.
Look, Darby, let's just continue and not point out the ways in which I don't have high intelligence.
There is an amulet as his holy symbol of Daemir of a white rose.
Mm-hmm.
His backpack, of course.
Yep,
a blanket.
that's over there.
Yeah. Oh, there are two amulets actually.
Both of them of white roses.
I believe so, unless Mitch sends me something otherwise.
Okay.
I mean, Mitch is here. Feel free to interject if I get a detail wrong.
Yeah.
There are 2 blocks of incense, 10 candles.
I'm assuming some of these are in the backpack as well.
Yeah.
So we're probably putting everything in Kazir's backpack.
Yeah. Yeah. A censer, CENSER. I'm going to say the common clothes are the ones that he has on him.
Yeah, let's not strip him.
20 crossbow bolts and a light crossbow.
Ooh.
I believe that's still on his person. The letter from Collian, the Burgomaster. He has his mace.
Oh my god.
2 days worth of rations.
Good food.
His armor is scale mail,
Oh god.
which I don't. Beatrice might technically be able to make use of that, but she's better off in leather. And his shield.
He has a shield?
Again, I think Beatrice might technically be the only one able to use that. A tinderbox. 2 vestments. So religious outfits. And his water skin.
Amazing.
As well as the prayer book, which you've taken, and 5 sticks of incense.
Yeah.
I guess Fall will light several candles and light some incense, like kind of around the area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because she knows that she would know that Kazir slept in his armor. She is going to look over the scale mail and just kind of assess it for like how old it is, how long he's had it.
That's something. He also has 5 gold and 39 electrum. Mitch just sent me a message reminding me of that.
We need to take his money.
Spoken like a true ranger rogue, yes.
Oh my god. I will say that Fall is looking like very distressed while doing this.
Sevia looks like she said, she's kind of done this bit before. So this is it's almost like when she first saw him and she kind of just went into this state of almost like mental lockdown where she just seems incredibly passive and almost like she's kind of not thinking about this in a way.
The armor is worn but still good quality.
Okay. And then I assume, oh my god, I cannot spell and talk at the same time. And then I assume we're going to like arrange his, like, you know how the very Christian thing is like that thing. I assume that there might be something like that in Deami, in the same way that like in a lot of Arabic cultures, you actually light people on their front or stuff like that. So while the little raft is getting built, she's gonna kind of get Fall to help prepare the body, and she's also gonna be like, it's okay to be freaked out.
Thank you. I don't enjoy this part.
No?
No.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite either.
Are you also from a place of war?
No, I'm an orphan.
Oh.
Are you?
Well, yes, I am an orphan too, kind of. But yes, I come from Palas, civil war for centuries.
Oh, of course. Sorry, I didn't know.
That's fine. I ran away from there, so I kind of hoped I wouldn't have to do this kind of thing anymore.
It's been a decade since I buried my parents. I kind of hoped I wouldn't have to do it again either.
Yeah, it never gets any easier, does it?
No. Although I assume mine was maybe a little more full of pomp and circumstance than yours.
Yes. When it becomes a common thing, it gets a little bit
old.
Speed through it. Not the proper time for mourning. Which is what I suppose we'll have to be doing now that we're all here. Next danger and everything.
I'm
Right, I don't know if it's weird to give blessings for a different deity, but I know quite well how to give him a blessing of Kiteth as well, if that's, twice the deities might be nice.
I think he would appreciate the sentiment.
Right? I'll see what I can do. Right.
Sevie is going to pat Fall really like gently on the shoulder and kind of stand next to him while he does this.
Okay.
Fall kind of tightens his shoulders in a bit, and it kind of looks a little bit hollow. Okay, although we mourn for the death of this man, we also keep in our hearts the knowledge that the world became a richer place because of him. If he had not been born, lived, and died, we would not have been grown by the knowledge and experiences he passed on to us as he lived beside us. As his spirit moves on, I'm certain that the Mother of Reason will watch over him and over all of us.
Sevie is gonna move her hand down and hold Fall's hand and be like, that was good.
Thank you. I think I need to go now.
I'll I'll be here, I guess.
Thank you. Phil's gonna walk off, probably around the corner of the house and away.
Excellent.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess while Paul's been making that thing as well, I imagine we're all kind of standing around him at the moment. Kai's just been glaring down at the body, like, not like, just in general. So, yeah. Okay, wow.
I guess we can put him on the raft and then say the prayers and do everything else. I now feel exceptionally inadequate that I don't have a written out prayer of Daemir.
I was trying to think of like what would like the mother of the reason. How would you do it?
Yeah, no, that's really good.
Stressing about
That's excellent.
Oh, thanks.
Conrad sighs and kind of squares his shoulders up again and then goes, all right.
Phoebe's going to help.
Beatrice helps as well.
Yeah.
I'm
like,
sure
take a leg.
Beatrice and Conrad take most of the weight.
Yeah.
Stevie is like holding his head, holding his tail.
His tail.
No.
Oh, man.
Dear.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to laugh during your funeral, Mitch.
Okay. We move. So we move him onto the raft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, there we go. I imagine like the raft is set up like near the water side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can kick it off once he's burning.
Stevie is going to like run back and grab a couple of the incense and candles that fall lit and bring them over. Because she hasn't done this in a while. But she remembers there being a lot of candles at her parents' funeral. So. Okay. And then she will say the blessing of Daemir. Insert religious content here, I guess.
Daemir is all about like redemption and healing and such. So
Yeah.
it's
just-
signs.
Yeah, I don't even know how
I don't know
prayers
how it
begin
goes.
to sound. So.
Yeah.
She's. Oh, should I improv it? She's going to say it, and then she's going to look at them and say, according to the book, traditionally this is where we would say our last words to him. If there's any you want to say, I know we've basically done that already. So feel free to repeat anything.
Well. Okay. And Conrad will reach into his purse, I suppose, one of the bags of his hips, and he'll pull out a gold coin, and he'll pop it. Where would they have it normally? I suppose probably the forehead, I guess. Pop it down his forehead, and he'll be like, okay, well, there's one for the trip, and for the afterlife. So I suppose if we ever do something to get you out of here as well, then you can have a safe passage and be reunited with your daughter. So, goodbye. And he'll step back very awkwardly, like just look around, like, oh, there's that wolf watching us again, or like just make a big show as if he's like, oh well, there could be something nearby. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Yep.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Hang on. So I rolled a 14. 17.
17. Yeah, the wolf is back and watching. From a bit more of a distance this time than it was before.
So Conrad like turns around, like making a big show. He's like checking out something else, and he kind of just like starts. He's like, huh, and then he will just like Has his hands on his hips, but he'll just be staring at it the whole time as this continues.
Okay.
Beatrice will sort of step forward and just say, You helped protect us. We got to the town safe. Thank you. You rest now. And then step back.
Has Fall just fully walked away, not participating? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sevia is going to step forward and she's going to very calmly try to maintain her composure. She's going to say, I hope that when we leave, your God will be the one to guide you home. And then she will put one of his religious amulets on his chest, and then give him one last little shoulder pat, and then step away.
Right. Well, okay. So I have oil. We can put that over everything, and then I have a tinderbox, so that might be enough. We'll have to see.
If not, once it's on the water, I can do
Yes.
something if we need.
Okay, good. Beatrice, here's the oil, and I'll set to lighting it.
Very well. Beatrice starts coating everything.
Okay. Yeah, and
And gets ready to push the
Push
raft
him
off.
off. Yeah, that's it. So I don't know. Try and coax a fire, I guess,
there.
and then
And
push him off.
yeah, the fire is slow to begin, but gradually accelerates and eventually begins to fully consume the body.
Sevia just watches again with that stillness. I didn't say this at the time, but when we were checking the body, she didn't want to remove any of his jewelry, even though it wouldn't burn, because he clearly liked that as a part of his identity. She did take one earring,
Okay.
and she just kind of has that tucked in her sleeve. I'm assuming it's like gold. What, maybe, I don't know. But she just has one of his earrings in her sleeve.
Okay.
Paul is sitting against the side of the tower, and I assume they can see the boat, the raft go out, and there's just tears streaming down their face. And they're just sobbing.
Oh. Well, that's that. Look, is the wolf still watching Darby?
Yes. It is sitting watching the body burning with a cocked head.
Gate crashes sad funeral. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Comrade turns around. He's like, okay, that's it. He's going to start stalking towards it again.
Okay.
Is it just still sitting there?
The wolf leaves as you start
Shoo, get
approaching.
out! Get out! Good. Gone. Well, he turns around and just looks around, sees it fall, crying, well, good. I will be at the river, at the other side of the river. Good, yes, that's where I'll be. He'll stalk off. Yep.
Okay.
Beatrice will take this opportunity to clean herself up, because she would still also be covered in some dried blood. Clean her stuff.
Sevia just watches the funeral pyre, and Funeral pyres, if we're playing real world logic, take like a couple hours to burn. She's not going to
Yeah.
watch the whole time, but she is going to stand there almost uncomfortably long watching it happen.
Probably going to get to the point where Beatrice will walk up to Xavier and say, "Come along."
Yeah. Yes, of course.
You should get some rest.
Right, I still have it. She is also covered in blood still. Right. Yes. Okay.
Clean yourself up and then come along.
No hot baths here.
Not for Conrad. Is there running water here? Hot bath? Oh dear. And then she kind of walk off towards the tower and just sit under a tree
I love that.
Yeah.
and watch.
Evie is gonna laugh and then like dunk her hands in the water and like clean off her neck and clean off her hands and as much of like her dress as she can.
That's fair. And the absolute irony of you making that joke is that Kakaro's got like around the bend from where everyone is, and he is actually, he's not having an actual bath, but he's like throwing off his shirt. He's like trying to scrub it in the river. So yeah,
Knew it.
that's incredible.
A man loves to be clean. It's not a crime.
Especially got like blood from like yourself, vampires, and the dude that you just had to set on fire for his funeral on you. It's try and get that out of your shirt, maybe.
Very fair. Yeah.
It's gonna take a very long time doing that because he doesn't know how to wash clothes either.
Oh,
So yeah, that's what he's doing. Just for the record.
sweet baby.
All right. So, Fall, where had you gotten to?
I guess Fool's gonna be just like sit and cry for a while. Before I eventually like tiring himself out, trying to pull himself together. Because we don't really have any plans. Like, is it nighttime yet? It was quite early in the
Yeah,
day.
it's
wasn't it?
lunchtime.
Yeah, it's like lunchtime.
It was lunchtime when you started all this, so it's
Yeah.
probably getting to about 2 o'clock, close to. It'll probably be early evening by the time the funeral pyre is done.
Yeah, it's true. I guess Fool's gonna go hunt down Rudolph again.
All right.
It's like, hi, hello, me again. I'm here with a couple more questions about the whole Strahd thing. So, you say you're not specifically in any resistance against Strahd, but you seem to be very against him.
I am not part of a resistance movement, but I am certainly against him, yes.
Is
As should anyone with any sort of decency in this place be.
is there a resistance?
There was a mage came through a few months back. Might have been a year at this point that he actually arrived, but
Yeah, I think I heard about that in some kind of prophecy, I think, or...
about a month back he led a bunch of villagers who were woefully underprepared themselves
Yes,
to storm the castle.
I see. And they all died.
Yes.
So you think it's wise to be inspiring another resistance?
No. But that is not what I think you are.
Okay, what do you think we are then?
The mage's resistance was made up of commoners wielding pitchforks and torches. Hardly anything to threaten one as ancient and powerful as Strahd.
So commoners wielding knives would be better then.
There's something within the four of you. You four are adventurers, and with time, possibly heroes. You have that spark to you.
Respectfully, no. Maybe Beatrice seems pretty good. I'm just an acrobat.
Well, maybe I have read you wrong, but you are certainly more capable than many in the villages.
Oh, okay then. I haven't heard that one before. And I'm not sure I really want to be the type to be all capable and going on these amazing quests, but I don't have much of a choice, do I? That's the only way to get out, isn't it?
Not if you want to leave this place, no.
Right. So you say there was an old resistance. There's no one... I think I heard of some raven shifters or something that are against Strahd. Like, surely...
Yes, I'm still trying to ascertain the exact membership of the Keepers of the Feather, as they call themselves, but...
Right.
I have come to discover that there is a contingency of were-ravens.
Then surely they should be recruited, right? I mean, wars are won with armies, not a group of, 4 people.
Yes, but taking an army against Strahd means that he will return in kind. Taking a small militia against Strahd, infiltrating, then maybe there's a chance without mass slaughter.
I mean, true, although an army doesn't have to be out in the open. Just numbers are a thing that is important.
Have you interacted at all with the Mointer?
Yes, they gave us some kind of prophecy thing.
Interesting. And what did you discover?
They said some stuff about us being these great people that might be able to take down Strahd, and that there was all these kind of clues and stuff of weapons we can get or people. I think there was 1 or 2 people we could recruit, not exactly army material.
Do you recall the words used?
No.
Would your allies?
Yes.
Yes, I'm sure probably one of them took words down. I'm not that smart. I am very forgetful.
Well, then I'm sure that there is something in those words.
I guess so. I was quite quick to write them off, to be honest. But, well, you seem a capable person. You haven't directly gotten anyone killed, so...
I will tell you, if there's one thing I have learnt in Barovia, other than how dangerous a place it is, it is to never underestimate the Mointir. They have a connection to this land that even Strahd himself envies.
So they'd be powerful allies?
Certainly.
Okay. I guess we'll have to find a way to get them to take action. They seemed pretty against it. I think they'd do much better job.
Unfortunately, due to the powers that allow them to traverse between Barovia and the rest of the Shadowfell, they are prevented from taking a direct strike against Strahd themselves.
Useful.
For Strahd, yes. For us, not so much.
No. Right. Well, if we are directly under threat of Strahd, I'll see what I can do to find people to work against him. I really don't think I'm the person. I would die in an instant in that kind of conflict, but I don't know. I can be persuasive sometimes. I'll see. Yes, or maybe the others can help. Anyway, no, thank you for your words of advice.
Of course, anytime.
Right.
At that moment, Fall, you and Van Richten have your attention snapped to the sound of a horse rushing along the path.
Okay.
And if you were to turn to face it, you can see a woman riding upon a riding horse, being chased down by 6 black direwolves.
Okay.
Can I get you and everyone else to roll initiative?
Oh no! I'm not wearing a shirt right now. No. Okay. Cool.
Shirtless combat.
Xavier's rolling incredibly well tonight.
Oh,
That's
dang.
a 19.
Got a nat 20, that's a 24.
Okay, just let me grab up my...
No!
That means I get advantage?
Yeah.
Was my first move?
Yeah.
Okay.
13.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. Just let me put these direwolves in. Alright. And Van Richten. Oh no, he's already there. So Conrad, what were you?
8.
Okay. Was that including the +2 from your
Yeah.
dagger?
I rolled 2.
Oof.
Yep.
For your total?
24.
Beatrice?
13.
Sevia?
19.
19. And, okay. So, that covers that. Okay. So Fall, you won initiative.
Okay. I guess how far away are they? And is she heading like towards us?
She is heading towards you, in general. More specifically, you have to roll me a perception check.
Okay. Just a sec. That is a 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20, okay. Yeah, you see her exact trajectory. She is aiming for the cart that is in front of the tower.
Okay. Huh. And are the direwolves like right on her, like next to her, or are they a bit
Basically,
behind
yeah.
her?
They are the tiniest bit behind her, probably about 5 to 10 feet back. And there are 5 of them.
Right. So I am going to do something new. Full is just going to be like, oh, wow, that's not good. Kind of point towards them and then cast darkness in a 15-foot radius, like kind of like just like halfway on this woman, just like where all the wolves are.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
No, to confuse them.
Okay. All right. Okay. Next is one of the dire wolves, which I'm sorry to do this to you, but they're between their keen hearing and smell and the fact that they're already going like hot on her heels.
So I just made it impossible for everyone else to hit them.
No, because their movement is such that they are very quickly out of the radius of the darkness.
Oh, darkness is stationary. Okay.
Yeah. I will say though that you did manage to kind of slow them down a bit, so that the gap between them and the woman on the horse is probably close to about 20-25 feet now. Okay. Sevia.
Okay, where am I in relation to the woman? And I'm assuming at this point I would have heard either like the horse or Fall being like, wolves! I'm assuming.
So
Yeah.
you're probably around the tower towards the lake. Whereas Fall is probably on the opposite side, close to the land bridge and the forest, the wood entry. So you heard it, but you can't see what's going on.
Okay, well then, the one, everybody's got spells and I can't see shit.
I mean, you can very quickly.
Okay, I'm going to move until I can see the originator of the ruckus.
Okay. Yeah, so you can see what's going on. You see the woman on the horse, the wolves, the patch of darkness.
Okay, can I cast a spell?
Yeah.
Okay. So how far away am I now from the wolves?
The one that has had its go, probably about 60, 80 feet probably at this point, and then the other one's probably about 100 feet.
Okay. Well then, I guess we're doing it, y'all. I'm gonna cast Fireball.
Yeah. All right. So,
That's a
20-foot radius, isn't it?
yeah. Any creature in a 20. I will use my spell sculpt to not hit the lady or any of us on the way in between.
I mean, you don't even need to use the spell sculpt. Like, you can put it in a spot where it's not going to hit her.
Okay, cool.
Especially because the darkness from Fall did help to widen that gap.
Okay, cool. Then gonna focus it on a point to get as many of the direwolves as possible. So they have to make a save to not get hit, or do I have to save to hit them?
No, they have to make a save.
Okay.
So it automatically does damage.
Okay.
It's just whether
it's whether
they
it's
take
halved or
full
not.
or half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's only at a 3rd level doit. So
Yeah. So that is 8d6.
yep. So you have to beat 16.
16. Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8. D6?
Yeah.
And this, friends, is why we are dice goblins. So, do I just roll it because it's only if
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because they still take damage even if they...
That's so many high numbers.
and only one of them succeeded on their save, but even then they still take half.
5, 10, 15, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
30.
Yeah.
Wow.
So is that each of them take 30 damage and one of them takes 15?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And they are looking pretty crispy.
Yeah, so just for the flavor, Sevia is going to say her arcane words, use her arcane focus, and then blast it. And it's a finger, isn't it? Yeah, so it's a pointing finger, so she's gonna point, and it's almost like the magic from her focus zooms down her arm and then turns into flame as it goes for the wolves.
Nice. Alright. Two of the dire wolves emerge from the darkness. One of them almost entirely one of them on fire still, the other one kind of singed but not quite as harmed. Beatrice, your go.
Ooh. Trying to think, where is Beatrice in all of this? She's sort of sitting near the end or something near the entrance to the tower.
Yeah. So you would have a fairly clearish view of this then.
Okay. Well, Beatrice isn't going to want to get too close to the dial, so she's just going to hit them with her shoot an arrow at whichever one's the closest.
Alright. Roll to hit.
That is an 18.
18, that hits.
That's 3.
3, okay. Alright, the woman on the horse is going to, what is she gonna do?
Not die, hopefully.
She's going to just play things safe, and as she continues forward on the horse, cast magic missile at first level and shoot a missile off at 3 of the wolves. Alright. So I need to roll a d4 for that. For each of those. So actually no, she'd be doing it. She'll do it the simple way. So it's 4. So she's gonna go for the ones that she can actually see. So the ones that have thus far come out of darkness. The first wolf to emerge from the darkness, as this bolt of force hits it, collapses and rolls to the side as it's stopped in its tracks. Van Richten is going to. He doesn't really have anything at the moment because he's used his high levels for the day. And so he's gonna simply take out his sword cane and ready an attack for if anything comes too close. Conrad.
Oh.
So you're within earshot of this,
Yeah.
and you're alerted to the fact that there are wolves incoming.
Okay, I'm going to commit to the bit. So, I'm going to go, oh God damn it! And then he's going to stand up, look at the wet shirt. He's going to just throw it on the ground. Like, right, that's it. He's going to pick up the rapier and start running over to where the commotion is.
Fan art opportunities.
Okay, and that's the most I can do, I think, at this point.
You probably have enough movement considering your rogue bonus action stuff to actually. No, because they are still quite a ways away.
Yeah, that's still pretty way away. So he's just gonna run to the current.
But you can
look around, be like, okay, great, yep. Yeah. He'll prepare us. Yeah, I don't know. He gets as far as he can.
Yeah. So 2 more direwolves close the distance on the woman on the horse. Okay, back to the top of initiative 4. These wolves have just been burnt to a crisp by a massive ball of fire.
Yeah.
And
yeah, Paul is going to kind of flinch, like kind of recoil. Seeing this big explosion. It's like,
yeah, they're about 80 feet away.
Okay. Yeah.
At this point, and closing in reasonably fast.
I see the
You
castle.
could get within melee of one of them if you use Step of the Wind.
Yeah, that's true. I guess Full will kind of like take a moment. I guess just run forward 40 feet and then shoot one of them with a dart.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, okay. Why do 7s look so much like 1s? That was a 14.
14,
Yeah.
that just hits.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so which of them are you trying to hit? One of the more kind of still flaming ones, or the one that's only looking a bit singed?
I guess the singed one.
Okay, so roll your damage.
That was 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay.
Do I get 2 attacks now?
Yes, you do.
Oh, cool. Yep. Alrighty.
Shit.
Yeah, man. I'll do another shot with the dart then.
Yeah. Okay. Roll to hit.
Oh, no, that was an 11.
11. Yeah, that misses.
Alrighty.
All right.
Yeah, that's good.
Next, you see a silver white wolf, the one you have spotted in the forest, emerge from a different direction from the original wolves. Mitch, would you like to?
You fucking
Absolutely.
What does he do?
So, the wolf stops for a bit, sees the commotion happening, I guess sees Fall running towards these wolves, and then sprints out after Fall, comes skidding to a stop in front, in between Fall and the dire wolves, and is going to shift out of his wild shape form. So you see this wolf transform from coming up to about your hip, goes up taller and taller till he's this figure is standing at just over 6.5 feet tall. You see this hulking figure in tattered clothing and draped in a large cloak, with the heavy layers of clothing combined with twigs, leaves, and mushrooms that are sort of sprouting from his clothing as well. However, it quickly turns and looks at you, and you see underneath the hood these green, piercing eyes staring back. After a beat, the figure turns and faces the dire wolves, and a hand shoots out in front of you, and you notice the hand is made entirely out of metal. And you hear this voice coming from underneath the hood. This location is unsafe. Please stand back.
And that's where we're going to leave it for this week.
Oh my god! You are the creepy wolf!
I am full of rage. I didn't trust your shifty little eyes. Welcome back, Mitch. Thanks everyone for listening.
Thank you for listening.
We'll meet you next week.
Yeah. Thank you for listening.